Welcome you all in this our lecture series program. Today we are going to talk about a past perfect continuous tense. Here it is the situation. I had been waiting for hours when finally the bus arrived. Now before the past time, there had been a continuous action over a period of time. This is the actually situation we are talking about in past perfect continuous tense. We are going to learn about uses, translations, and at the end there are exercises for the students regarding our today's topic. So without a further go, let's get started our topic. Here you see it's a picture. The mother arrived and the child had been waiting. Now the mother arrived. This is the past time. And right now we are talking about, and before that past time, that a continuous action that is called past perfect continuous action. As it is there, I had been waiting for hours when my mother arrived. Now there are two actions. Number one, waiting, and number two, the mother arrived. The mother arrived in past time, but before that, the child had been waiting. Now that was actually a past perfect continuous tense. Here is the definition. We use the past perfect continuous for an action which happened over a period of time before another action in the past. Now the situation is very clear and in front of you. Here is another use. I had been waiting in the line for hours until I could finally pay my bills. Now he was waiting before that past time for hours. This is actually the situation of past perfect continuous tense. Here is likely the same situation we already have talked about. I had been waiting for hours when my aunt arrived at our home. Here is the Urdu sentence we are going to make its translation. Khalid सूरज गुरूब होने के बाद से मछली पकड़ रहा था. Khalid had been catching fish since sunset. Now here are the parts we are going to translate first. First we are going to translate subject, then verb and object. As it is there, Khalid had been catching and fish, machli. So this is actually the order how we are making translation from Urdu into English. Let's talk about structure of past perfect continuous tense. Here are the affirmative sentences. First, we are going to put subject, helping verb, first form of the main verb plus ing, and object. As it is there, I had been completing my homework for an hour. He or she had been completing his or her homework for an hour. It had been raining in Gujarat since evening. We had been completing our homework for an hour. You had been completing your homework for an hour. They had been completing their homework for an hour. Rehan had been completing his homework for an hour. Rehan and Wahid had been completing their homework for an hour. This is the way how we are putting an order in affirmative sentences. And you see, we are putting had been as an helping verb with all types of subjects, and ing with all the first form of the main verbs. This is the time expression we are using in past perfect continuous tense, since and for, as we already have used in the sentences. Here, how we are going to make negative sentences. Subject, had not been, we are putting not between had and been, first form of the main verb plus ing, and object. As it is there, I had not been completing homework for an hour. He or she had not been completing homework for an hour. We had not been completing homework for an hour. You had not been completing homework for an hour. They had not been completing homework for an hour. Rehan had not been completing homework for an hour. Rehan and Vaid had not been completing homework for an hour. So this is the order we are putting in negative sentences of past perfect continuous tense. Here is the structure of interrogative sentences. First, we are going to put had as an helping verb, subject, then been, first form of the main verb plus ing and object. As it is there, had I been completing homework, we are putting interrogative symbol at the end of the sentence. Had he or she been completing homework? Had we been completing homework? Had you been completing homework? Had they been completing homework? Had Rehan been completing homework? Had Rehan and Wahid been completing homework? So this is an order how we are putting in interrogative sentences of past perfect continuous tense. Here is the order of interrogative sentences. We are putting had, subject, not been, first form of the main verb plus ing and object. Had I not been completing homework? Had he or she not been completing homework? Had we not been completing homework? Had you not been completing homework? Had they not been completing homework? Had Rehan not been completing homework? Had Rehan and Wahid not been completing homework? So this is the order of different types of sentences of past perfect continuous tense. Here are some of the sentences for all the students. If you want to translate them, write their answers in comment box. Here are the Urdu sentences for you. बच्चा सुबह से बुरी तरह रो रहा था. लड़के सुबह से मैदान में खेल रहे थे. तुलबा कमरा इम्तिहान में 2 घंटे से बातें कर रहे थे. वो 2 दिन से सफ़र कर रहे थे. So these are some of the Urdu sentences in past perfect continuous tense. Thanks for attention. Thank you very much. Hopefully this could have been very helping for all of you.